You're listening to A Single Girl's Guide to Food, Drink, and Travel with host Nanci Saper.
Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you had a fabulous holiday and that 2017 is going to be exactly what you want and more. We're very excited to start off 2017 with wine and truffles and wine. What is better than that? Coming right up.
This is Catherine Walt Hall of Walt Wines and Hall Wines and author of A Perfect Score, saying if you want to learn about wines and enjoy the wines and food that you are eating and drinking, check out A Single Girl's Guide to Food, Drink, and Travel with Nanci Saper.
The Napa Truffle Festival is a festival that you want to be part of. And the host, Chef Ken Frank, is everything when it comes to truffles. He is the first American chef invited to the Alba Truffle Festival. He was just knighted in order of the Knights of the Truffle and Wines of Alba. It really is exciting when you talk to Chef Ken, which we are about to do, about truffles, because I don't think there's anyone who knows truffles better than you. Hi, Ken.
Hi.
Well, thanks for joining us. How did your love for truffles begin when it comes to truffles and your restaurant, Le Taupe?
So I have very vivid recollections of my first experience with fresh black truffles. I heard about a wine shop was importing fresh black truffles, so I called him up. He said, sure. I ordered a pound, flew up to Sacramento, and went out to his wine shop and picked up my pound of fresh black truffles, which at the time was $80 for a pound.
Wow.
And I took him up for the weekend. I went to visit my cousins in Chico. I went up to Chico, and we put the eggs in a jar with some fresh eggs, because I'd heard that if you store truffles with eggs, that the eggs will absorb the flavor of the truffle right through the shell. And we made an omelet the next morning with the eggs that had been stored with the truffles, and it was a revelation. And I have been obsessed with truffles ever since.
Oh, my goodness. That sounds delicious.
Still one of my favorite things. It's very simple, but it remains one of the really good things you can do with truffles.
What do you love about the Napa Truffle Festival?
Well, it not only celebrates one of our favorite ingredients, it's a really great opportunity to bring in some great chefs from around the country and from Europe to cook with us. And it's a great opportunity for my staff to work with them. We get to see and do new things with them, and it's a really great truffle party. I
really like that it's world-class cuisine meets cutting-edge truffle science. There are opportunities for individuals to really learn more about truffles and the growing, etc., not just the enjoyment of eating them and the pleasure that brings.
Well, of course, it's the American Truffle Company, which is a truffle growing company that puts the festival on, and I host it here. So their lead scientist, who's Dr. Paul Thomas from England, actually, who's a doctor of truffles, comes over. He does a scientific seminar that's really fascinating. And then we do some culinary demonstrations. We have a all about truffles program where people get to smell, touch, taste, and learn about truffles. And then the Truffle Gala dinner on Saturday night, where there's truffle on everything you eat, is just over the top.
The Napa Truffle Festival is January 13th through the 16th, 2017. Ken, describe the difference from your palate, your professional palate, of the white truffle and the black truffle.
White truffles have by far the sharpest flavor. It's a more garlicky, almost leek-like, very sharp aroma to them. It's absolutely delicious. Mm-hmm. They are typically served shaved raw on top of things, egg dishes, pasta dishes, a pizza with just white cheese and then truffle shaved on at the last second is just an amazing experience. The black winter truffle is perhaps not quite as strong an aroma, but it's a little earthier, sweeter. And it's more versatile. It's often cooked with as well as shaved on top of things. We like to cook it underneath the skin of a chicken. We like to slice and layer it into salmon. We like to stud roast veal with it. It goes right into sauces and makes some delicious sauces. And of course, most famously, we cook it with eggs.
Absolutely. Talk about cooking it with a variety of food. You have a truffle menu at La Toque, your 35th year. Congratulations for this 7-course truffle menu that will be going from January 6th through February, and it will end on what date?
We're going to run it for a month through February 5th. We'll roll it out a week from today. We have the first of the really good black truffles will be coming in next week. And this year will mark 35 years that we've done an all-black truffle menu with black truffles, fresh black truffles in every course in the month of January.
So exciting. What, very quickly, do you think of truffle oils?
It's fake. I don't allow it in my kitchen. I don't allow anybody to bring it into my kitchen and use it. And the problem with it is they have successfully synthesized one of the main truffle flavor components in the laboratory. So it's really close to the real thing, but it's not as complex, and it's way too strong. And the problem with it is it stains your palate, and it desensitizes your palate to the magic of real fresh truffle flavor. And it's just awful. And it's cheating because it's fake. You can't make commercial truffle oil that will have any shelf life and any real strength unless you put chemicals in it. And truffle oil,
yuck.
even if it contains bits of truffle, even if they tell you it has real truffle in it, the flavor in it actually comes from a test tube in the lab, and I just don't think that's right.
I read a bottle a few weeks ago that said it was truffle oil and the ingredients were aroma of truffle. And I just laughed.
And the aroma comes from a laboratory.
Right, exactly. I also want to mention really quick, I had the pleasure of reading your cookbook, La Toque, which is a few years old, and it's a delight. So for those who have yet to experience your restaurant or are coming and want to check it out, it's a lot of fun to read. And you are the host this year at the Napa Truffle Festival, the 13th through the 16th of January. You have a marvelous dinner taking place, and then, of course, your truffle menu, January 6th through February 5th. It's a pleasure talking with you. I'll have to have you on again, Ken, to talk about truffles and California. But for now, just have a sensational time at the festival, and thanks for taking time to be with us.
Thank you very much. Come on up and see us.
The American top truffle chef, Chef Ken Frank.
This is Chef Ken Frank from La Toque Restaurant in Napa, California, and you're listening to A Single Girl's Guide to Food, Drink, and Travel, where we're talking about truffles and everything with truffles.